guys hear I killed Ackerman? Guess they did. Now to get to the main deck.
I would like to register test complaint to test system to register complaint. This is test.
What?
I would like to register complaint regarding system for registering complaints, which is reminiscent of 21st century computer game audio log system. It is primitive way of communicating important information in crisis situation.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but the man has a point.
This is Bill Corwin at Radio Free Earth, and boy, have I got news for you. Lord Ackerman is dead. The commander of the European campaign and noted asshat has been killed in Carcassonne, France by none other than our very own Sam Stone, a.k.a. Serious Sam, and his team of badasses. Everyone here at the station is still reeling from the news, but in a good way. Wow. Just wow.
I would like to register complaint regarding complaints registered regarding registering of complaints. Contrary to Captain's opinion, it is not pedantry, but professionalism. If Captain had listened, perhaps Captain would not be dead. I would like to register complaint regarding invasion of oil rig by alien forces. As sole security guard, I was not sufficiently equipped to handle situation. Requested minigun did not arrive, and tactical nuke was badly packaged. I would like to register complaint regarding method of evacuation from doomed oil rig. Number of lifeboats is too small for number of theoretical survivors. Fact that I am only survivor is immaterial to subject of complaint. I head for refinery on mainland, but likely to capsize and drown.
Skipper's log. Heading for Tunguska to prevent a mutated general from handing over an alien artifact to an evil super being from outer space. So, basically Tuesday. Now what? Huh? Strange things are afoot in the Arctic Circle. Hey, Sam! Who are you? I'm you from the future. It's complicated, just roll with it. It's not the weirdest thing that's happened this week. Listen up, your team's safe. Hellfire took care of that, but that Weasel Brand has the Grail and is headed for the portal now. In this version of the timeline, you landed too far to the east. But don't worry, I got you covered. Thanks, buddy. Good to know I have my back. What can I say? We're a great guy.
Sir, the pyramid is done charging.
All right, I'm coming. That was interesting. Quinn, I need a route to the portal.
Sam? I thought you were dead.
I got better.
What happened?
This thing doesn't have GPS.
No, I meant to you. What happened to you?
Oh, the usual stuff. Got drugged on a train, jumped from a plane, talked to my future self, and now I don't know how to get to Tunguska.
I don't even... Okay, give me a sec.
Thanks, Quinn. Always a pleasure.
This is non-standard use of vehicle.
Fly me to the Noom.
I do not understand.
No? How about, don't lose your head?
You confuse me. Is this joke?
Okay, soldier, you have no sense of humor. Which way to the big battle? Thanks. Have a nice day.
It is not likely. Why does everyone think they are comedian?
Bill Corwin here with another edition of Memories of Earth. I don't know about you, dear listeners, but when I was a kid, my mom and pop would take me on these endless hikes in the Appalachians. The forest basically started in our backyard. It was big, it was green, and I hated it. Because if you're 16 and would rather hang out at the mall or play video games, then this is about the worst thing your parents can do to you. But now we spend our days driving in armored cars from air raid shelters to military bunkers to abandoned subway stations. We break down our setup and relocate about 2 or 3 times a week for security reasons. And I really don't get to see much of the outside world, let alone a forest. And the Appalachians are a big smoking crater at any rate. So I guess I miss the outdoors and hiking through the stupid, monotonous forests full of songbirds and Thumper and Bambi and whatnot. Because some things you only miss once they're gone. This was Bill Corwin on Radio Free Earth, wishing for a little bit of blue on the horizon.
It is little bit...
This is Bill at Radio Free Earth with a thought for today. You know, we humans, we've spent the last few millennia constantly at war with one another. And to be perfectly honest, most of it for really dumb reasons. It's actually quite tragic. But maybe we can turn it around. Maybe it means something. Because now we have to fight. And if there's one positive thing about all these thousands of years of fighting, it's this. We've gotten really good at it. You hear that, Mental? This is one hell of a badass planet, and you're not getting it. Corwin out.
Sam, you're heading for an EDF forward operating base that we recently lost touch with. Could you check it out for me?
Sure thing. Quinn, can you tell me where to go?
You don't actually need my help, right?
Nope.
Because a canyon is a straight line,
Yep.
and you couldn't possibly get lost in it.
Correctamundo.
But you really wanted that joke.
I love how well you understand me. cure, but I don't see any survivors. Sorry, Quinn.
You know, I told General Brand this would happen, but did he listen to me? No! Nobody ever listens to Quinn. I have a degree in crisis management, but does that matter? Nope, we just do whatever stupid thing General Brand comes up with, and then everybody dies.
He did turn out to be a really bad general.
So true.